You go on a vacation to escape the stress. You light a scented candle and sit down to meditate. You scroll through endless self help posts, hoping one of them will finally silence the noise in your head. But tell me honestly, how long does the silence last? A few minutes, an hour, a day, and then the same noise returns, the same restlessness, the same burden of tomorrow. Here's the truth: silence isn't out there. No mountain, no retreat, no candle can give it to you permanently. Krishna whispers in the Gita, peace is found not in escape, but in mastery. This is the path of Nivritti, of turning inward from the chaos of the world to the steady flame of the self. Imagine this. You finally booked that luxury wellness retreat. Beautiful beaches, sunrise yoga, organic food, and the perfect Instagram posts. But even as you meditate, you reach for your phone to capture the moment, to reply to messages, to check if people have noticed that you are at peace. This is the trap. You've traveled miles from home, but you've carried your noise with you. Krishna says in the Gita, verse 6, 17, and 8, that he who is disciplined in his eating, sleeping, his work, and his recreation becomes free from all suffering. Such a yogi, steady in the self, finds inner peace. Notice he doesn't mention retreats, temples, or mountains. He points to discipline, balance, and steadfastness. Peace isn't where you go, peace is how you live. These days, the noise isn't just outside, it's in your pocket. You open your phone in the morning. Within 10 minutes, you've consumed more opinions, conflicts, and comparisons than your ancestors did in weeks. The world tells you, do more, earn more, prove more. And every time you try to rest, a notification pulls you back into the world's pool. Noise isn't just sound, noise is craving. Noise is desire, hijacking your attention. And the tragedy is, we don't even realize how much of our peace we've outsourced to screens, to likes, to the next big thing. The Gita calls us back to balance, reminding us that peace doesn't come when the world goes quiet, but when you stop feeding the noise. Sanatan Dharma describes two currents of life: pravritti, the outward path, desire, action, building, engagement; nivritti, the inward path, withdrawal, reflection, realization. Both are necessary, but for most of us, we're all caught up in just pravritti. We chase careers, money, relationships, and recognition, all important but incomplete. Without nivritti, the soul suffocates. Think of it like breathing. You breathe in pravritti, you breathe out nivritti. Both are necessary. But imagine if you only ever breathe in and never breathe out, you would suffocate. And that's how we are living. Constantly consuming, rarely releasing. Krishna's wisdom reminds us that silence isn't a luxury, it's survival. Without turning inward, we burn out. Without pausing, we forget who we are. Arjun's battlefield wasn't just Kurukshetra. Your battlefield isn't just your office, your family, or your social media feed. It's within you. The clash of pravritti and nivritti, the noise of the world versus the whisper of the self. Krishna doesn't tell Arjun to give up the war. He doesn't tell him to run to the forest. He tells him to fight, but from a place of inner stillness. This is the real teaching. Nivritti isn't about escaping life, it's about entering life differently, with stillness amidst the chaos, like a lotus rooted in the mud, yet untouched by it. Let's be honest, we often confuse silence with numbness. You binge watch shows to switch off. You drink or smoke to relax. You scroll endlessly thinking, this is me time. But that's not silence, that's avoidance. True silence isn't an escape from thought. Krishna says in Gita verse 6.5, elevate yourself through your own mind, do not degrade yourself, for the mind can be the best of friends or the worst of enemies. Silence is when your mind becomes your ally, not your jailer. Then, you no longer chase or suppress, you simply witness. You don't run from life, you rise above its noise. How do you practice nivritti in modern life? Not in a cave, not in exile, but right here in the chaos of the 21st century. Micropauses, take 60 seconds every hour. Close your eyes, breathe in, breathe out, anchor yourself. Digital fasting, just like food. A few hours offline daily. Balance discipline, eat, sleep, work, and rest in harmony, not in extremes. Witness the thoughts. Instead of wrestling with your thoughts, observe them like passing clouds. Offer it up before you start your day, a whisper to yourself. This is my karma. The fruits are not mine. These aren't rituals. These are shifts, small nudges from pravritti to nivritti. Moments where you reclaim your stillness even in the storm. You don't have to wait for a vacation. You don't have to adorn silence with candles or chants because the silence isn't out there. It's right here, right now. It's waiting beneath the noise, beneath the scrolling, beneath the endless hunger. Krishna's teaching is simple yet radical. Be in the world, but don't let it consume you. Work, love, strive, but carry a steady flame within you, a silence that doesn't flicker. This is the path of Nivriti. This is the pause you've been looking for. And maybe, just maybe, it's time to stop running outside and to start coming home. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.